Welcome to T-Boys TV. We are back again with another T-Boy Discusses. And obviously, in this one, it will be transfer news that has been floating around the last week. And the first thing we'll get into is obviously the big talking point, and that is Jose Mourinho is interested in Elijah Adebayo. Very interesting news. This obviously Mourinho has now went to the Turkish Super League giants Fenerbahce SK, and they're hoping to take Elijah for a fee of around about 8 to 10 million euros, which in our money that is 6.75 million to 8.45 million, which is the low end of his valuation. According to Transfer Market, they have Elijah at 10.1 million. And Mourinho's side finished runners-up behind Galatasaray in the league and will be playing Champions League football next season. Now, for me, that price is an absolute joke. You are not getting him for that price. A couple of weeks ago when Everton were in rumours to, when they were looking at him, I was saying 15 million. But now when I think about it, I'm pushing it up to 20. I did say, that the highest I would go is 20. Few people went higher. I know a few people have said 30 million and stuff like that, but I'm going to say 20. I feel he deserves it pushed up there. People are actually starting to realise if he didn't get that injury in the warm-up against Man United, he'd probably have around about 13 to 15 goals. And I did say that a couple of weeks ago when I was, talking about Elijah. But is it really an attractive move? Now, I know us English fans, we do underestimate other leagues. You could say the flipping Premier League's turning into a Farmers League. Man City have won it 4 times in a row now. You look at other leagues, Liga looks like it's going to be good again. A lot of teams that you wouldn't expect to be up there were up there, this season in that league. Obviously, Leverkusen had that, brilliant story in the Bundesliga. A lot of these leagues are getting underestimated. We heavily overrate, the Premier League, in my opinion, especially when you look at a lot of them that go out for England, are obviously playing in the Premier League, a lot of them, and we just don't win anything. But yeah, what's really attractive about the Turkish league. I'm not too sure. Maybe the Champions League thing could maybe persuade him. Mourinho, as much as he is getting on, he's still, an elite manager. He knows how to get it done, especially in cup competitions. I'm not saying, they'll win the Champions League, but obviously it is, the best European stage, in club football to be on. So that's the only thing I could see. But again, I don't think, especially at that evaluation, he's not going there. You've got to be up in that price. And there was rumours saying he's not happy at the club. I don't believe that. Why wouldn't he be? It's weird to me why he, wouldn't be happy at the club. But let me know what you guys think on this, news that's come out regarding Elijah to potentially join Jose Mourinho. Like I said, I don't think it will happen. Obviously, if it does, we will have our replacement in place. Obviously, I know we've been heavily rumoured with Sam Gallagher as well, the Blackburn striker. And obviously, we do a lot of deals with Blackburn over the years, so you could see that. But that's more so if someone goes, regarding Elijah, because we're not going to get anyone else that's going to be a backup striker for me. You look, you've got Taylor coming through, McAtee, and then we sign players that are probably going to go out on loan, like Taylor and Harris, who I did see was in hospital, by the way. I hope he's all good and stuff like that. I saw it on his Instagram story earlier today. So yeah, but you've got them players coming through. Probably get rid of a few strikers as well, like Pebble, potentially Woodrow. So but we've got more than enough backup. It's more so if someone goes, someone else is coming in, sort of thing. Especially a key player like Elijah. We know how better Morris is when he's alongside Elijah, and Elijah's fit and raring to go in games. So yeah, like I say, let me know what you guys think on that. And then the other bit of news I'm going to talk about, heavily flying around the last few days, really, especially a lot, over the last, yesterday. And that is, according to Darren Plant from Sports Mole, Fulham are taking an interest in Luton Town's Mengi as a replacement for Tosin Adrabio, who has now joined Chelsea. Mengi has been linked with many clubs, that now that the season is over, Fulham are very interested in signing the 22-year-old at this current time. Now, my thoughts on this, you look at players like him, Kaminsky. I feel because we've just signed them, we're in a good position to keep them players unless big money comes in. Again, Mengi's another player for me. I'll say Elijah's 20 million minimum. I'm saying Mengi's the same, to come in and be how good he has this season. When he come in originally, Rob Edwards said, he wasn't expected to play as much as he has, but because of the, makeshift defence, all the injuries, the unfortunate situation with Lockyer, he's had to play a lot more regularly than, expected. And it's been really good, man. He's been up there, people's best defender, for us this season. Definitely for me, to come in at that age and be that good as well, it's phenomenal, really. But yeah, like I say, for me, you got to be, you know, putting in more. Obviously, they haven't put in an offer, but again, it's a similar one to Elijah, where we've got to that stage now where we've been in the Premier League. So we can, if they want our players, they've got to be paying way more than what it's been like in the past for certain players and stuff like that. But they're just keeping a radar on him. It's nothing too serious as it stands. I heard Paulinho could be going to Bayern Munich, uh, but again, they wanted to get that done like Bayern Munich before the Euros, and the Euros is literally today. So I don't know. Again, that's always been a rumor that's floated around the last couple of years, but it's a bit of a weird one because obviously we had Stephen from Fulham'S talking about it after the last game of the season, and he said, come out that they're going to be keeping Paulinho. So it's weird, but obviously he's a different position anyway. But obviously they need to replace that Adebayo. Quite ironic because he got a similar name to Adebayo. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys think of that. And yeah, obviously the Euro starts today. If you know me, I'm not really confident with England. Like I say, we've got the players, but I just don't rate the manager, to be honest. So yeah, obviously I did do my Euro predictions as a whole yesterday. So do check that out if you haven't already. And obviously the transfer window officially opens today. Where do you think Luton's main priorities need to be? For me, it's midfield. You look at it, we've technically only got three midfielders. When you think about it, obviously Nakamba, Ruddock, and Clark. I don't really count Watson and Campbell. I'd love Campbell to be in and around the team next year, but I just don't think he will. I don't think Rob Edwards. He's a player Rob Edwards wants personally, and also a defender because I don't think Lockyer is going to return as a player, unfortunately. So I feel we need to get at least one defender in. And yeah, they're the main priorities. Again, other ones are sort of if players leave. Obviously, a right wing back as well. We need to get, because not a lot of people are convinced on Hashioka yet, which I totally understand. He's still got to adapt and learn, but you need to get someone else in, fulfill that role properly as well. If we couldn't get a loan, we could get someone permanently, that'd be great. But yeah, the left side potentially if Doughty goes. But then again, hopefully we can see Bell play there more, going into next season. On that left wing back, a lot more people prefer him there, including myself. He's quite inconsistent as centre back, and I just feel he's better as a fullback. And then hopefully we can see him and Johnson chop and change if Doughty is to go. And then again, striker, it all depends if, Elijah goes. If one of the backups go, like Woodrow, someone like that, then I can't really see us replacing. So like I say, we've got Taylor coming through, McAtee, players like that. Obviously, we've still got Brown as well, which I feel he could do really well next season. I've got a feeling. We did see glimpses of that, when he got their back-to-back goals against Brentford and Palace. So it's all interesting, man. But yeah, that's what I think on that. But yeah, it's one of them where we're going to have to sell anyway. Obviously, if you watched Keep, Sell and Loan, me and my dad did the other day, we actually kept 24 players and you can only have a 25-man squad. So some of them will probably go out on loan and some of them will even go and we probably won't expect it, really. Obviously players we had on the keep as well was like Doughty, Elijah, but the way they've been rumoured with teams, they get a good offer, they're not going to turn it down. But, the offer that Mourinho's side have put in, mate, he's not going for that. But yeah, Doughty's had them. Premier League clubs are looking at him. 4 Premier League teams, Brentford, West Ham, Palace, and Tottenham. Surprisingly, I can't lie, that was a bit of a surprise to me. But if one of them puts a really good offer in, you can't really say no, can you? And it's also one of them with him where his contract runs out, doesn't it? At the end of the seasons, like next season. So now's the opportunity to get money on him. Do you go out there and do that? It's all interesting, man. There's a lot of things going on around the football club, but again, we do get our business done early. So now that the window's open, I expect a lot more to happen and progress over the next couple of weeks. So yeah, that is the end of today's T-Boy Discusses. Big up. Obviously, I'm doing it on my laptop, as you can see. A lot of times I do it on my phone. My storage, I ain't got a lot of storage. I don't even have much stuff on there. It's annoying. So do it on the StreamYard. Do you know what I mean? Pay monthly for the StreamYard anyway, so might as well do it on there. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, let me know what you guys think of everything I've discussed today. The Elijah potential move, the offer's way too low, isn't it? I know all of you would agree with that. The Doughty situation, the Mengi situation. Are you looking forward to the Euros? And what are the main priorities that Luton need to fill this summer? So yeah, big up to everyone that has tuned into this. Don't forget to smash a like, subscribe, follow me across all my socials, subscribe to the extra channel as well, and do check out the recent videos over the last couple of days if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll be back again on Sunday for a watch along to England's first game in the Euros. So yeah, big up yourselves, guys. Take care and peace.